A local nonprofit organization provides a hands-on, fun-filled adventure and learning for children and families through cultural exhibits, education programs, and events in arts and sciences. They have two local programs coming up that you don't want to miss. All the details are coming up on Polk Place. Welcome to Polk Place. I'm your host, Jeremy Morady, and with me today from the Explorations 5 Children's Museum, we have Sue Schulander and Corey Reichert. Thank you guys both for coming in.
Thanks for inviting us. It's always fun to come and visit.
We love having you in here because it always means we get to do some hands-on activities, which we love doing.
And we brought some today.
Yes, and I'm looking forward to getting to those. But you guys have been just doing some great things in the community. You've been around for so long. Sue, can you kind of give us, before we get into, the stuff that y'all have coming up, just kind of an overview of, where you guys have come from over the years?
Sure. We are actually celebrating our 25th anniversary. This is our 25th year. So we opened in 1991 in a little single-story storefront in downtown Lakeland. And we had started with a bunch of parents, a group of families that were interested, that had been to children's museums in other cities on vacation or whatever, and came back home and said, we need to have one of these right here in Lakeland. So there were two couples that started out. They were the president, vice president, secretary, and treasurer, and kind of formed their corporation. And then they started having community meetings, just inviting other parents and other families to join them. When there was a group of about maybe 20 or 25 adults, then we started having what we called walks for learning, which were just tables we had set out in Munn Park on a Saturday morning that had different hands-on activities for kids to do. And we, advertised it in the newspaper and were out there, no charge, and let any parents and kids who came down, do those activities. Well, while the kids were doing the activities, that gave us the opportunity to talk to the parents and say, hey, this is what we're doing. Would you like to get involved? So we had a downtown realtor who gave us a building for, well, he had his storefront. He let us rent it from him for $1 a year for the first year to help us get started. So with all volunteer help, we renovated the inside of that building, tore out all the dressing.
And that was back before they did all the renovations to the park and all of that too, wasn't it?
Probably, yeah. It was 25 years ago.
Yeah.
So we spent an entire summer, a lot of moms, tearing the place apart and building the Children's Museum. We brought our kids every day. We had potluck. Everybody just brought whatever they had in their refrigerator to share at lunchtime. And we had stuff for the kids to do all day, and we worked to get it open. And sometimes you'd go down there and there would be a note that said, paint this wall blue. And so you would go and you paint that wall blue, and then you'd put on the note and you'd say, first coat done, whatever the date was, and sign your name and leave. So it was kind of, working together and yet sometimes, working individually. And then 10 years later, we moved into the 4-story building that we're in now. We're in the historic Crest building in downtown Lakeland. So it was built in the 1920s. And with that 1920 historic building comes a lot of different kinds of issues.
Sure.
But we have renovated it. The building itself is an exhibit. And we have been going ever since. We have programs every day of the week. We have over 30 exhibits on 3 different floors. We offer tutoring on the top floor. We do tax prep during tax season. We have all kinds of activities going on all the time.
A little bit for everybody, it sounds like.
We do.
Well, you guys have just come so far
and
have so many great programs. It's really incredible and nice to see, that progression that you guys have had.
Well, thank you. It's only because of the support of the community. We have
I know you guys definitely have that, and especially for events coming up like the night at the museum. Corey, you want to talk to us a little bit about what you have coming up with that?
Yeah, well, speaking of our wonderful volunteers and support from the community, Night at the Museum is one of those events. It's sponsored by our board, which are all volunteers and are all leaders in the community in different businesses. It is one of our largest fundraisers of the year to help support and run the museum. It's an adult-only event, 21 and up. Everyone thinks museum, they think it's only kids and things like that, but this is for the adults. With that being said, though, we will have a kids' night at the museum in June. But with that being said, so it'll be Great Gatsby themed this year, which we're very excited about. We're going to have related food to that. We're going to have a jazz band, live jazz band. We're going to have professional dancers come in and do certain types of dances from that time period, like the Charleston, which would be it'll be pretty funny to see everyone do, but we're very excited. The dress attire will be a cocktail dress, but you can have a little flair, the 20s flair, like an armband for a man, or a feather or beads for a woman. But we're very excited, and tickets can be bought online on our website, explorations5.com, and it'll be under our info tab, and it will be under our special events tab.
Okay. So now, if you wanted to go all out Gatsby, come with the yellow roadster and all of that, can you still do that?
That'd be great.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay.
Well,
all right.
Do you have one of those?
Not anymore. No.
Well, we'll
Used to have one in the family, but no.
We'll have a speakeasy at the event, and we'll also be doing a silent auction as well. So
All right.
it should be a lot of fun.
What kinds of things you guys have at the silent auction?
Silent auction, well, it varies every year. That's part of the fun. We don't even, it's whatever, we get a lot of donations from the community and from wonderful volunteers. And so, we'll have anything varying from gas cards to gift certificates to local restaurants. I think last year we had an office chair donated, but like a brand new one. But it was really nice.
We have tickets to local attractions.
And tickets to local attractions as well. So.
And sometimes there's weekend things. Just depends on what kind. We have a board that's very creative when it comes to packaging.
Oh yeah.
Silent auction.
So all kinds of baskets.
They'll
and
do
things like that,
they'll do baskets. They'll do a date night. They'll do a family fun day.
Sure.
Whatever it happens to be. So
those are always a lot of fun to check out. Well, definitely want to check that out coming up.
So
and
look for your hat and your suit and your.
Yes.
Maybe you could rent a roadster or borrow it back for the evening. Wouldn't that be fun?
As long as it doesn't end like the book, we'll be all right. So.
Yeah. Well, and our different sponsorship levels, which include tickets, but they're the great. It's the Gatsby. I think that's the highest one. But then there's the Bee's Knees sponsor. We have the Daisy Buchanan sponsor, and very different levels.
Okay.
So it's all 100% Great
Themed all
Gatsby
the
themed.
way, yeah.
Wonderful. And then you also have another event coming up.
We have summer camp starting in June. We have 8 weeks of camp this summer. We start June 5th and we go through August the 4th. We have 4 weeks, and we have the week of July 4th off because it kind of comes in the middle of the week. It's a little bit of a crazy time to try and do camp around the 4th of July, so we'll skip that week. Each week has a different theme. And we have 2 different camps. Our Storybook Summer Camp is funded in part through United Way, and that's for our 4 to 6-year-olds. And we are helping United Way with their goal of sending children to kindergarten ready to succeed. So that camp works in a model classroom. We take one of the rooms of our museum and change it into a model classroom. We have centers, and we have a large space for whole class activities and things like that. And we work on vocabulary for the kids all summer long. It's a story-based camp, as it's called, Storybook. So each day the kids are learning the vocabulary for the story, the characters of the story, the setting of the story, the activities that they would do in science or art would have to do with that story theme to be able to do that. Our older kids have what we call STEAM Adventure Camp, and they also have a different theme each week. And those themes go from art to science and everything in between. We even have an engineering for kids week in there in the middle. So our staff are very creative in coming up with ideas to go along with those themes, and snack ideas, everything, outdoor games, and everything also includes, museum exploration. We can't have camp without letting the kids have some time within the museum. So anyway, so I brought some activities today if you're game.
Oh, I'm definitely game.
All right, I have one from each camp. One I have now. Our mission is to provide a hands-on, fun-filled adventure. Okay, so we know kids learn best by using their hands, using their bodies. Little kids like to use what we call whole body or full body activities, meaning not necessarily gross motor, but using everything they have to be able to express themselves.
I'm very familiar with that.
All right, so you said you have a young child.
Yes.
So think about teaching your young child about shapes. Okay, so in order to make it even more fun, we have this big loop of stretchy fabric so that they can actually make the shapes using their fabric.
All right.
So for instance, if we said, okay, we're going to talk about triangles, and they could use their feet, they could use their hands, they can make a triangle. They can make different kinds of triangles, different sizes. We found when we started using this with kids, all it takes is one child to figure it out. And they're like, oh, I gotta show my friends, I gotta show my friends. And then they're very, very excited. So let's see what you can do. If I said triangle, I already showed you that one, but that
So,
was
yeah.
pretty easy. But you can do it sitting down, you can do it standing
can
up,
do-
you can do it with one child, you can do it with two. All right, so what have you got there? You had a triangle, and
So,
then you went
triangle,
to a
come back to a little bit of a rectangle,
rectangle, and then
Yeah,
maybe a,
here. Here we go. What? Geometry
Use
is
your
not my
head.
suit.
Pentagon. To do.
no, pentagon
I
would
know
be
if
like
you use
this.
the-
Yeah, if you use your head, that would be a pentagon. There you go. All right,
There we go.
perfect. Or a house shape. Sometimes the kids call it that.
So, let's see. What are some of the other
Could
ones?
you do a circle?
Oh, I can do a circle and just do it.
Oh, there we go. Very creative. Okay. Or if we had a bunch of us here, we could do a triangle this way. If we each had one like this, or somebody could do two. You could do two. We could do a square.
Okay.
Okay. So we could do it this way, so we can start talking about how we can work together to do things also. Or what was that one we tried to do? Oh, we said like we did a hexagon or something.
Oh, a hexagon, yeah.
If we each use our
Two.
hands, then we've got a 6-sided hexagon.
There you go.
So kids can do it themselves. When we do this at camp, everybody gets to take their circle fabric home, so they can then again show their parents what they can do. Have a
That's
great time. So
fantastic.
I'll give that one to you. You can take that
All right.
home. You can work with your. Do you have a son or a daughter?
Both. One of each.
So it's a boy who's little.
The 11-year-old boy and then
Oh.
3-year-old daughter.
Okay, all right, so they can work together on that too. Now, our older camp, a little bit different. Okay, we've got some bigger kids in here, and you got to be a little more creative with them. They want to be learning this. So these are skis. Now, you know, these are not water skis, they're not snow skis, these are team skis. Okay, so when you have team skis, what you're trying to do is to help children learn how to work together.
Okay.
Okay, so skis, you know, you have to have one on each foot. Right? Okay, so here are ours. Now these team skis, of course, take a team of people. We kept ours simple in that we just have skis for two.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll do
Here's
that.
one.
Yeah, I'll do.
Now, one of you want to be in the front, one of you in the back.
All right.
Okay,
you
so
got
whoever's in the
that.
front is going to put one foot on each board. You probably want to get, as much of your foot on there as you can, and then hold the ropes. Now,
All right.
if you were a little shorter, you could just wrap the ropes around you, whatever. Now, you're in the front, so you're the leader.
Okay.
Okay, so you need to let him know
Scary.
in the back here, give him the directions. Are you starting with the right foot or the left foot?
We'll lift up on the right.
Okay.
And then you have to
All
start
right.
with 1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3, and go 1. Lift up on 1, 2, 3, 2. 1, 2, 3.
All right.
1,
Ooh.
2, 3.
We got this.
There we go.
You do
1,
have
2,
this.
3.
All right, can you go backwards?
All right.
Probably not
Right.
without killing myself.
1,
2, 3.
1,
2, 3.
1, 2, 3.
Watch the carpet there. 1, 2, 3. There we go.
All right, you
2,
guys did
3.
great.
Not
Now,
bad.
you know when you got kids and everybody wants to be the leader and everybody wants to do it their
Oh,
way,
yeah.
it's a little bit different. So it really does help them understand the idea of teamwork takes people working together, and somebody has to be the one in charge. So, and then of course, if this was camp though, then we would switch.
Yeah.
So then you would get to be the leader because
Yeah.
everybody
Everybody gets
to be
their
later.
chance.
Everybody
Okay.
wants to be the leader, yeah. So that's just an idea, such an example of some of the activities that we might use at camp to work with the kids.
I wish they had those back when I was a kid. That would have been fun.
Yeah.
And we have several sets of them, so we can have
Sure.
different groups doing it at one time. And some of them are narrow, which make it a little bit easier for the kids. I brought the wide ones because I figured we all had bigger feet.
Yeah.
But you can try all kinds of things. You can go forward, you can go backward, you could try going to the side. But it's that whole thing is that you have to work together. And when somebody missteps, you have
You
to.
all go down.
Yep.
You all go down, but you have to think about that. We all make mistakes, and so let's get up and let's try it again and let's do it instead of saying, "Well, it's your fault. You did it." So that kind of helps the kids get that idea of teamwork.
Well, it sounds like you guys have some fantastic things going on. You got one event that parents get to get rid of the kids, and then the other one where the kids get to get rid of the parents. So just
That's a
have
good
a
way to
great
put it.
time,
That's
all
true.
around.
That's
so.
true.
But
You
thank
did a
you
good job.
guys so much for coming in.
Thank you for
We
having us.
always
Thank
love
you.
having y'all here, and can't wait to see what you get next time. So
All right. All right.
Thank you.
Check out our website.
Definitely will. Explorations 5 Children's Museum invites you to check out the 6th annual Night at the Museum, a very special grown-up evening event full of food, drinks, music, games, and fun. This event is scheduled for Saturday, May 20th from 7 to 10 p.m. Cost is $75 per person, and proceeds support museum exhibits, programs, and events. Make sure you don't miss the summer camp, a camp that the museum holds every summer where kids continue learning material that is cleverly hidden inside a lot of fun, not only with hands-on exhibits, but also programs. Kids age 4 to 6 go through Storybook Camp and each week have a different theme. Same for kids age 6 to 12 who participate in our STEAM Adventures programs, science, technology, engineering, art, and math. Summer runs June 5th through August 4th from 9 to 5 p.m. Explorations 5 is located at 109 North Kentucky Avenue in Lakeland. For more information, give them a call at 863-687-3869 or look them up on the web at www.explorationsv.com.